about pivoting, but I, in particular, was talking about
Starting, by the way, just said it.
I just told my agent I'm not doing. Don't talk to me about no stand-up comedy until.
Bro, that extension's God, man. And even that article I saw yesterday that I sent you, Kev, that ain't nobody going out nowhere long term.
Did you Live Nation down 98%? They lost $567 million in the last quarter. Because there's no live.
Venues are gonna have to restructure. Like people gonna have to buy the venues because a lot of those venues are contracted through Live Nation or Golden Voice. Those bigger promoters.
And now we've done moved to virtual.
And nobody, why would you leave anywhere? And you.
The only thing I'm about to miss out on is freaking flyer miles, but you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, where you going?
The world is closed. I got
Mexico's
2 million.
the only place that you can go to right now.
And I might just pull up. I might go.
Where are you trying to go?
To Mexico. Because them rooms that were $30,000 a night aren't $30,000 a night right now.
Have you looked at them?
Yeah, I've got some friends who snuck off to Mexico during the quarantine.
I'm trying to, bro. What?
They done sent me some pictures.
I'm trying to at least go to Mexico City, get some, even just get some tacos out there, man. I just want to be somewhere that's not here.
Bruh, passport is dusted.
Oh yeah.
I get it. I feel so bad for my children. I want to do something for them, but I can't. This is exciting. But no, I am reading the book. I finally got to a place where I can not have to go back and make sure I understood. Now I'm
I haven't had an
comprehension on full blast of what's happening.
Yeah. I haven't had an aux cord in 6 days, so I haven't had an aux cord in 6 days. Access to an aux cord.
You do listen. I just
an aux cord?
Yeah, my car situation's been huff. So the times that I was listening to it.
Oh, you were in that old. I was like, why did you have an aux cord? I forgot you did have
a whole thing.
I have Nook on my phone.
All right, I'm back live.
At night.
You have what?
I have Nook. It's the Barnes and Nobles app. So I read it at night, which is the only unfortunate thing.
Is that this? I'm sorry.
My brain will turn off and go to sleep. So I usually only get about a good maybe 10 minutes in before I'm seeing double. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But it's now finally getting good to me. At first, I was just like
the book. That's why I have to read it, because when I listen, my mind would be like, okay, cool, I hear this, but also other stuff.
Right. Twitter.
Yeah. But when I sit and read, I'm actually like, let me put my phone down, and I'm gonna sit because I'd be doing too much,
right?
And I just want to focus on the task, because otherwise it'll just go in one ear and out the other.
There's been several times at the beginning where I was having to flip back. I was like, I just realized I don't understand anything. I just
Me
read.
too.
Flip back.
I did too.
Let's try one more time.
Yeah.
I get it now. Okay, I can move on. But yeah, no, it's finally gotten to the good part. So I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Jennifer, smash that like button if we're still friends.
Smash it. Banger, banger, banger.
Official apology, Jennifer. This was a joke. I didn't know you were in here, but I wasn't being. I just was saying that you would be going ham. But you need to be going ham for to here. So smash that like button. Get us 3,000 likes.
I'm here for it. I need for my admins to start. First I need to add them as moderators on my YouTube. Let's start there. Haven't done that.
Dang, I don't know where we were at, Angel.
We were still talking about.
Oh, is this real?
Is it real?
It is real, Angel.
It is. I have no problem believing. I think it's funny to listen to people when they do get riled up. Like, can you believe he said it? I'm like, yes, I can believe he said it, because he will say anything. And I'm glad that you're finally there, because it's a lot of stress and anguish that I think.
No, I've been there. Yeah. But sometimes he reminds me how I got there. Like it's a very serious situation, but it's comical.
Yeah.
If that was a comedy sketch, I wouldn't know the difference between that as a comedy sketch or that as like, I'm for really the president.
Yes, it was comical. I mean, on both ends. Even the interviewer was making me laugh, because all those undercuts, like Trump would say something, he would just say like the real thing under his breath. That touched my heart. He slid
so many things in there.
The amount of, that was like an amount of petty. Like he was like, just like you aren't going to give up on what you're saying, I'm not going to give up either. And I'm just going to keep saying, what books? What manual?
This is the thing. I feel like here's what makes it interesting.
What?
This actually felt like it made Trump vulnerable, the coronavirus. I thought it was a foregone conclusion that he would win. But Uncle Sleepy-Eyed Joe, he just don't know when to.
Just
black people.
Just stayed
Joe
in
Biden
the quiet.
cannot not. So he's talking to Latino voters, and he's like, Latinos, now you guys are diverse. The blacks, all the same. I was like, Joe, did you see this?
No.
Oh,
He was
Angel. I didn't put this in the
wild.
docket. Hold on.
Lame.
Joe, Uncle Joe, all you got to do is show up.
Ain't nobody
All
was
you
saying
have to
nothing
do is
about
say,
Joe.
Listen, he apologized again. All you do is apologize. You
He
didn't
just
see
stays
this,
on.
Angel?
No, I didn't.
Joe's voting for Trump.
Like, why? Why?
Hold on, Angel. Let me find this for you.
I'm so upset, Uncle Joe.
Let me find it. 'Cause
He
I don't
really,
wanna-
he doesn't have to say anything. He
Ah,
can
here it
just
is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
You be finding stuff quick as hell.
Here we go.
Are you?
Program together to provide. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Are you going to re-engage with Cuba, though? I mean, I'm specifically wondering about, the Florida
Yes.
communities that are,
Yes.
incredibly interested in the Cuba issue, and see
Yes.
status given to Venezuelans while Cubans are being deported.
The
So
answer
will
is
you
yes.
re-engage
I'm
with
going to
Cuba?
engage. Yes. Yes. And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
Yes, we are.
With incredibly different attitudes about different things.
So all
You
the
go to
blacks
Florida,
think
you
alike?
find a very different attitude about immigration in certain places than you do when you're in Arizona. So it's a very diverse community.
What? I don't understand why he didn't even have to bring black people into it. He could have just said the Latino community has very diverse attitudes about immigration. What
like
do
he
the
don't-
blacks have to do
What was his
with
apology?
It was I don't think it was on video yet.
I think he tweeted it.
Oh, did he? Oh, that must be what it is.
Oh,
Oh, here
well.
it is. Here it is. Let me read it.
We about to be sitting with this man for 4 more years.
Either way. Okay, here's his apology. I'm going to read it in order. Earlier today, I made some comments about diversity in the African American and Latino communities that I want to clarify. In no way did I mean to suggest that African American community is a monolith. Not by identity, not on issues, not at all.
Where's the clarification? So he's saying he didn't say what he said?
Is a monolith, not by identity, not on issues, not at all. President Trump had jumped all over the comments, calling them an insult.
So that's the end of his apology.
There was more tweets, but the guy didn't read the rest of them.
Oh,
but
okay, because I'm like,
these tweets, but the way they were trying to be cool with their graphics, they actually covered up his tweets. So I can't see the whole thing. It looks like he said, throughout my career, I've witnessed different thought, background, and sentiment in the African American community. It's this diversity in the workplace, the country a better place. I will say to you is this: I will always listen. I'll never stop fighting for the African American community, and I'll never stop fighting for more equitable.
he didn't clarify what he said. He did not clarify. He just got to be quiet because he did not clarify at all. All he just did was say, I want to say the opposite now. What I would like to say is the opposite of what I said. There was no clarification of what I meant in this statement is that this. He's like, no, that's this is what I should have said.
What is he gonna do, Angel, when he finds out there's Afro-Latino people? His mind is going to be blown.
Are you a troll?
Whoa.
What is this? Are unicorns real
He's
now?
gonna see a black Dominican like David Ortiz and be like, all right, man, I'm sorry, Mr. Black Man. And David Ortiz gonna speak Spanish. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, they said.
What are you? Y'all speak Spanish? Y'all speaking to
Did
speaking?
you learn that in school? Is that what you learned that in school, didn't you?
Angel.
Little Blackie.
The thing that makes me sad, I liked a lot of the other candidates.
Yes.
Julian Castro, big fan. Elizabeth Warren was talking about she's talking about student loans.
She was definitely dope.
You know, I was like, bro, you know, Biden, no way. Now last time, Biden riding Obama, maybe he gets in. But I mean, there was Kamala, there was Cory Booker. He never really said nothing. I actually thought Julian Castro had a lot of he seemed the most poised and stuff, but you know,
he was never going to be.
He was never going to be. Elizabeth Warren is 300 times smarter than Biden, but you know, there's older blacks who are just like, Biden, I know him.
And listen, not just older blacks. Folk don't be wanting to see no woman run the country.
Oh.
Point blank at a period. People can say, no, we just didn't want to see Hillary. Nah, y'all didn't want to see a woman. You could call it all day, just like they drug Kamala, who I still don't know why her name is pronounced that way.
Kamala had a lot of stuff I did not know about in her prosecutorial days.
Yeah, all of these people got a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what happens. Like, on Twitter, the cesspool that it is, they just murdered Kamala. I will say everything she did, Angel. They was like, no, shut up, don't do that fake black stuff.
AOC.
And I'm telling you, black folk, we be so hard on black folk. It is atrocious. It's just like, oh yeah, she probably. The thing is that I feel like almost every person we've had in the office, if we really were to dig and look at the policies that if they've had any political background, okay, unlike our current administration, he's just had terrible things in general as a person, but like folk have done some like garbage stuff, but for some reason when it comes to women and it comes to black people, it is just like red flag central. You're terrible. Yeah. You're going to make this country burn down, and I'm like, really? Yeah,
it was a lot. I remember when I was a kid, even not a kid, even in college, George Bush was the last president for me where the person that was president didn't feel like it was a topic of conversation
every day.
It was like, you won.
Yeah.
Then something happened. You needed to see the president. And then I didn't think about the president for months sometimes.
Yeah.
With Obama, I started thinking about the president more because he's black. He started getting attacked more. Since Trump has been president, I feel like I have thought about the president of the United States every single day of his tenure. Mm-hmm. I just want y'all to go. I just don't want to think about it every day.
And you might have to think about it for another 4 years.
Well, now maybe is that because of who the president is or because I'm older? Because when I was in college, it was like, oh man, I don't know, man. We out here living life.
I think also because of social media. Like, people were getting newspapers and reading newspapers and watching the news. Now you get an alert. You're not even thinking about it. And CNN is like, hey, let me tell you what Trump did today. Let me tell you what he said. He brought out graphs. Like, it is a thing where you're being inundated with it. And
that's what it is. It's social media.
It is. Yeah, it's mainly social media.
And you don't even seek it. Like, so I subscribed to New York Times for a minute because there was articles I wanted to read. And now they send you like a minute brief. So in the morning, I read my Bible, and then the New York Times like, let me tell you how it sucks today.
Right.
Russian bounties, this, coronavirus, Absolutely. Good morning. And I'll be like, I don't want to.
They literally break it down and put it in a 2-sentence notification.
Yeah.
Bruh, bite-sized
just start
drama.
your Monday. Like, bro, I'm already in a bad mood. Like,
right.
I don't even know what it's going to be like going outside.
As soon as coronavirus hit, that's when I purposefully stopped reading my news briefings in the morning.
You?
Yeah, I was like, if I didn't get it from CDC or WHO, I don't want to hear about it.
Who?
The World Health Organization, WHO.
Don't let them do that.
Oh.
You're feeding it. I knew immediately, especially when he had that little look over. I was just like, you're walking into this wall.
And
he doubled down. I was like, oh, Angel,
and then he did. And when I heard, I was like, wait a minute, he's saying who?
I would have said Mike Jones, Kevin.
I walked right into it.
She repeated it, even though she said it clearly the first time.
When you said it, I was like, did I mess up? Did I?
Because at first you flipped it. You're like, the HWO?
I know, because I was about to, and I was like, no.
No, that's how.
Yeah,
HOW, that's how.
Yes. What? Because I got to check myself because I'll spell something good and wrong. And then I was like, no, World Health, that's W-H. Not even paying attention that Kev was just treating me wrong. But that's okay. Man. But anyways, I stopped listening to the news just because because it can wear on your spirit.
It for sure can.
And I
had to block Trump and mute him on Twitter because it was like, even if once I blocked him, it was all people on my timeline retweeting it. And I was just like, bruh, I cannot do it every day.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about it right now. This is not going to change.
Absolutely.
The moment I told Melissa that it changed for me was the Mueller report. Once the Mueller report came out, and he was like, I just really wasted all y'all's time. Ain't really nothing. I was like,
oh, yeah, no, none of that. None of that.
This man went through an impeachment process unscathed.
Right, and I knew.
It was over so fast.
I was like, y'all wasting y'all's
forgot
time.
he got impeached till just now.
I was
Which
like,
is
y'all
crazy.
are wasting y'all's time.
Once I knew I mean, obviously a Republican in Congress and Senate wasn't going to vote him out. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. So it was just a formality to be like, you were impeached.
Yeah.
It's a blot on your record. He was never going to get voted out. But after the Mueller report, I was like, because Melissa was, Kev, they done got the documents, they're going to sealed. And it didn't, nothing happened. And she was like,
yeah. I knew it. Nothing. I remember standing on the bus stop and one of the parents was like, the bus got to hurry up because I'm trying to watch the whole press thing. And I was like, for what?
it's not going to be what you think.
For what? This man got into office with nothing but lies, deceit, and just disgustingness.
He basically is a flat tummy tea salesman.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay.
An overweight one at that.
Bruh.
Talking about flat tummy tea works with just belly hanging out. And so, yeah, I just try not to pay him too much attention. And
Have you been hit up for the community profit sharing thing?
community profit
Okay, a
sharing?
comedian text me this.
Are you, wait a minute. Tell me what it is, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, this is the text I got. Have you heard of Susu?
Yes, that I've been hit
I
with
said,
multiple
nope. The person said, it's the community profit sharing structure where you invest $500, bring two people to do the same, and it continues. The cash out is $4K, but you reinvest and create residual income. Mm-hmm. They said, yes, you have. They gave me the eyes to the side. Everybody's jumping in. Thought you would know. I had my phone. I was like,
No,
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I've been hit
So
up 3
then-
times
Have you?
by 3 different people.
Oh, been hit up. I
Yeah.
thought you put in.
Oh, God, no.
It's a pyramid scheme.
You're
Yes.
like,
It's the episode of The Office that we love.
draw it out.
When Michael was in on a pyramid scheme and he doesn't realize it, and
Yes.
then Jim draws it
Yeah.
and then circles it.
Oh, yeah. Close friends. When like, and I'm like, but you do know, like the last people in, they're butt out.
They get no two more people.
They're like, no, because we would help them to get the 2 more.
Yeah, but you're helping
And then-
them find who.
Right, and then
What fourth organization?
Stop it. Stop it. I want.
I sat on. Listen, to get people to understand them, I know was real. I sat through a Zoom.
Oh, you did not, Angel.
no.
Look
'Cause they
at
were
more
like,
text as the actress.
They were like, Angel, no, just listen to. I said, I'm certain that this is not right. Right? They were like, no, just listen. I said, okay. After the Zoom call, I was like, again, what I said was what I said. This is not. I had to get. When I first was hit up about it, I was on. Somebody told me about it, and I brought it up on an Instagram Live. And some of my followers that are actually like Haitian, they were like, "That's not what we do. That is not how you do that." No, I don't know what that is.
Is it Haitian? Is Susu a Haitian word?
Because it comes from Haitian and Jamaican, so I don't know which word Susu.
Oh.
It. Hold on. I think
I
it
didn't know
translates.
that.
It translates to pyramid. It's crazy.
Does it?
No, I'm just kidding.
So the way they do it is everybody. So because in a lot of those countries, and I pardon if I am repeating this wrong, this is what I've been taught. They don't trust their financial institutions, so they
Okay.
become each other's bank. So you say you got 10 people you trust. Now
Got
it's
it.
a finite number of people. It does not continue.
Yeah.
10 people put in $100 in the month.
Yeah.
So one person gets that $1,000. Next month, all 10 people put in $100. Another person gets, so it's like a savings group. You do that for 10 months. So it's like you're still having to put in $100 each month. You're being accountable because you plan on getting $1,000, but you also are making sure everybody else gets theirs.
So the first month you get your 1,000 and you jump out.
You cannot.
Okay, that's
death row.
but that's what the Americans would do.
Yeah, the Americans would be like, get somebody else to give me money, right? And then I'll put in the $500.
Got it.
I'm telling you.
I have never put my phone down faster in my life.
3 close friends.
Yeah.
Have. And I was like, I would have to be shysty in order to bring somebody in underneath me. And I was like, it is not that I don't have that in me. However,
I'm fully capable of that.
I can do that. I was like, I don't know if those people that I would bring in are that shysty. And I don't have to worry about people. I was like, I would literally have to be agreeing. I said, I am not. I have to tell my friends. What I'm saying to you is that if I did this, we're going to call it what it is. We getting over on folks.
Right.
Now, if we're all in agreement with that, then let's move forward. But I'm not in agreement with that.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I'm surprised that was you've only been hit up once, Kev?
Maybe people don't think I will be in. But this person was like, I'm running out of people I need to hit up.
Yeah.
But, guys, no.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Are you? Okay.
I'm
all right.
Totally
I'll start
cool.
sending people
you
your
can
way
help
because I
people,
feel
Kevin.
like
Nah.
you know so many people. People are like, oh, somebody wanted to give it to me as a birthday gift. And I'm not going to say who that person was because I love this person dearly. They were like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your 500 in for you.
Just give it to me.
And I
Just
can
give it
just
to
do
me,
it and
please.
invest it
Here's
in
my cash
what
app.
I
I would
want to
rather spend it on lottery tickets and have a better shot of making money.
Hey, at least I get the
than
thrill.
Next up,
Next up.
WAP.
Come on. Whop.
Cardi
Whop.
B, Megan Thee Stallion released a music video last night.
Broke the internet?
Cardi B, I don't know if she broke it. I don't know if she broke it.
Yeah.
She damaged
It's like tempered glass. It's like
Tempered
it's a
glass.
little crack.
She
she
heard that thing.
she shot a bulletproof window, and it was like big. It was a big round.
It left the mark. Gotcha.
Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts.
I would love
I
for
can't wait.
the guys to start off the conversation about whop.
I'll tell you a lot of funny things I've saw.
Oh, okay.
Funny, I'll tell you that. Comedian friends, like, what y'all gonna tell y'all grandmas when they ask what WAP stand for?
What's that? Wow.
And another person said, my grandma got 12 kids.
Come
She
on.
knows what that is.
Come on. There you
Listen,
go.
let's stop acting.
Let's talk.
Grandma was slanging that thing in a muumuu.
Listen.
They didn't even have to put lingerie on. They had no bloomers up under that full-on house dress.
Listen.
Okay? You slid that up. You know, that thing was in there on simmer.
Yeah.
All right? Grandma had kids. Grandma threw that thing in a circle. Who you think taught Meg Thee Stallion and
How
everybody
to throw
else?
it? Listen, we just
Twerk and then twerk.
found new family members as of today. So people were slanging and throwing it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even before
That
social
thing
media.
been thrown.
Yeah.
Somebody asked what it stands for. Worship and praise. Okay.
Is that
That's
what it
Cardi
sounds?
and Meg
Some
is.
people will feel like
Two
that's what they're
words.
doing. They'll be like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus! Oh, it's so good to me, Father. Hey, rain down on me. La, 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 la. It's so lonely."
Ray. Listen. Yeah, sometimes this is the thing, you know, sometimes when you know, doing what thus saith the Lord. People be like, you call out God's name. You have to let him, only he could understand. Only he could, only you did this. Oh, let me tell you what. This the equivalent when you eat macaroni. Be like, man, who cooked this? When you be in that wop, you be like, God, you made the slit in the warmth. You did that. You put your foot in that coochie when you made that
Where
coochie.
you put your foot?
Because he designed, the fact that
sounds
God
terrible.
designed that, I'd be like, yo, that's big love, my boy. Good looks. Because we could have been bugs.
We could have been roaches.
We could have been roaches.
We could have been
Roaches ain't in no wop.
Getting stomped out.
Cats have little spikes on their penis. They don't feel good.
I know. So do doggies.
Dogs, they got spiked penises.
Little
God could have
porcupines.
gave
Porcupines.
porcupines. I said, God, my boy, when you designed that thing was fearfully and wonderfully made, huh? Yes, sir.
Oh, and they said, let's show it
We
off
was
in a video.
wolves. So, Angelica just put that in there. So, what I have, it was interesting because it was a BET Uncut type video, but they on YouTube they were like, y'all can't say that.
I know.
Y'all can't.
But the thing is, they couldn't say that, but they surely let the FUCK word
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
that's
I
fine.
was like, what? I had to go back and be like, did I hear wrong? What are they bleeping out? What are the choices? So what did you think of the video, Sir Fredericks? and I did not forget about you over there.
Did you see
Joshua?
that? I posted this on Instagram when I was looking at the
Unleavened
video.
bread.
The unleavened bread had me.
They put that scripture out there.
He said, if you look at the hold on, let me read the scripture because I don't want to mess it up.
Because he said, well, we're going to talk about this.
First of all, I just want to make, while Kev's looking that up, I want to make a note, like, just a quick note.
Please.
The same director of this music video,
Uh-huh.
Colin Tilley, he's done some fire visuals. He's also known, just as a parallel to compare some works, he was the director behind Kendrick Lamar's All Right. So, just to kind of show the spectrum that he's...
Spectrum, no internet.
Yeah.
The comment said, but I say unto you that whosoever looketh upon a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Yeah.
So my question was that person reading the Bible to himself? Was it a warning? Did Unleavened Bread hop on the internet and be like, I know y'all finna be up in here scrolling through the comments looking at the butt, and I'm going to remind you that you're lusting.
You're lusting.
I watched the video for the lyricism mostly.
Oh.
And the
'Cause
celebration.
is it not on iTunes for you to be able to hear
No,
it?
no. I've got to watch it. And I said, man, these are great rappings. I like the rap.
That
Did
beat
you like
was
the rap?
crazy.
I actually didn't think it went hard enough. The beat for me?
I heard it loudly, though, so I could be impartial. I heard it on studio monitors, and that bass was doing some crazy things.
The bass was doing some crazy things.
Well, they were in sync. Amen. It was kind of a hand-in-hand combo between the two.
Got it. Like, it wasn't as hard as like beat-wise as City Girls Twerk was for me.
Oh, man.
I want a real fine woman with some twerk with her. I wanted that.
Angel is so ratchet.
Yes.
You got a master's degree in ratchet.
That's her third master's.
It is my third master. That's why I was low-key upset that I missed the 2 Chainz and Rick Ross battle versus, but I was busy. I had a life because I mean, all I want for my birthday is a big booty. All I want for my birthday, she got a big booty, so I call her big booty. I be here for that stuff. I do be here for it. So I'm like, while I thought the visuals, I mean, obviously it wasn't even like, let's push the envelope. They burnt that thing on fire. When Cardi turned around and her entire breast was out with just that's why I wore
Is that what
cheetah
happened?
print.
Yes.
Is
Yo,
you didn't see it?
Kevin.
With just the cheetah print.
Did you not
nipple?
see?
You didn't see that? That's
I
why
must
I
have
wore
been
the cheetah
reading
print
my
on head.
Bible.
Oh, were
Wouldn't
you?
that turn around?
When that I was like, Cardi, where's the rest of your out? She was pulling
Your whole breast, dog.
the whole tit tot is out. Did
They
they
was-
not finish the outfit? What happened?
She had a
What?
lot.
What are you trying to
She
say?
had a lot
What did you
going on. There was listen, I like to say
What?
I'm married.
Of course.
I'm not blind. Cardi and Meg know gymnastics because they did the splits, and I was like,
Lord
Everybody
Jesus,
did the splits.
You grabbed that Bible that dude was reading. Where's it
I
at?
was like, let me see.
On this desk
What
somewhere.
scripture was it, Unleavened? Which one was
Everybody
it?
did the
Matthew
splits.
5:28. Let me go ahead. Listen,
They were like, we're going to be in the Olympics. Here we go. Here we go.
I love Cardi B so much.
Okay, I was like, where we going?
The rollout,
Uh-huh.
just the image of their hair maybe 3-4 days ago, that stopped the internet. I didn't even know this song. The song was already out at that point.
I didn't realize.
I didn't know
I didn't even know about that. The audio had dropped like 3 days ago. Just that like updo, which man, so many church women in my life. My mom wore that hairstyle
Was
for
it
like
the French roll?
French roll, slicked
Yeah. Yeah.
for like 9 years.
Yeah. I was a part
88
of that. Yeah. Oh, boy. With my white diamonds. Yeah.
Mrs. Seadoll said
That's what you was wearing, white diamond?
Oh, yeah. With
Kev-
the French roll.
Kev, Miss Seadoll said the verse was First Thessalonians
Yeah.
5:2.
Carmen is stupid.
First Nickelodeon?
Yes, Carmen. Yes.
Oh.
Thickalonians. They are, and they are so thick. I mean, like, you know, when like you have a milkshake and it won't even get through the straw type of thick. They are that type of thickness. What are you about to say?
The thing is with Meg is it's natural though. That's what throws me.
Cardi got some performance enhancing.
Definitely, she's definitely on PEDs.
Yeah, she on PEDs.
She took some PEDs.
She don't even hide it. She's like, yeah, man, I'm not finna work out. I had a baby. Take this off. I'm
Take
rich.
it away from me.
She said her feet were swollen when she had come back. Somebody said they're y'all. I'm mad. We talking about the election. This more than the election. You be okay. Watch MSNBC.
Yeah.
They're on there every day.
Absolutely. Let's
when
get
the
back
live cut
to
off,
these
I got
big
distracted.
booties.
I'm also not educated enough in politics to be talking that much to people that are listening.
But when it comes to
Now
donk,
this-
but when it comes to donk, Josh is he's educated.
Oh well, from a cinematic perspective, of course. Shouts to Colin Tilley.
He's like, oh yeah.
Somebody said dumb thick. That's just
Yes.
black people talk.
It was.
Yo,
It make you
dumb
stupid.
thick.
And when you look and you just like, oh my gosh, like when
Yeah.
your face gets tore up. I did actually. I liked the concept, like outside of them being half naked the entire time.
As a woman, were you offended? Because I saw a lot of that on my Facebook.
And I knew that people would say that, and that's so hilarious to me that someone would be offended by someone else doing something for themselves. Like,
yeah,
you don't
there was a
have-
lot of people who were like, "This is degrade." A lot of women. This is degrading to women. Did you not feel degraded?
No, they're not me. I'm not them. This is what they are choosing. If they want to show off their thick bodies, go right ahead. Like, how am I going to be offended? But I don't have to watch the video if those are not images that I want to ever come across my screen. Literally, I was not forced to watch. I watched it for this docket. I probably would have watched it anyways because I am a fan of both of those ladies. But I knew there would be women especially be like, this is degrading. I would not put it up at the same place when men are talking about women like hoes and bees and stuff like that, and actually talking
Literally
degrading.
degrading them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, while it's not something that I would choose to do, or to be like, let me make of it. You almost missed your whole mouth, huh? There was that wop, huh? Why it's not something that I would choose to do, it does not offend me.
I think that's what we as people have to understand. I was so Candace Benbow, she's the girl who had on Theological Thursday. She was writing about Black is King, because there was a lot of Christians who were like, it's demonic. So a couple of writers were like, Christians, you gotta like chill out. One writer was like, you think this is demonic because of water ritual. Isn't baptism a water ritual? And I was like, what? Like, I never thought about it like that, right? So the girl was like, if you don't like, she basically said, I've been pretty consistently writing like this for 10 years. If you don't like that, I'm sure there's writers who are more of your ilk.
Right.
And another friend of mine, listen, man, I gotta get my phone because I really want to say this.
Okay. You getting it down there. Okay. I was like,
And I realized I do this. A lot of people hate follow people. Right? They don't really like you. They just use it as a reason to be upset.
I don't understand that concept.
We all do it a little bit, Josh. Listen to this. This is my friend. It's the end of the week. Probably a good time to unload any offensive you picked up along the way. I don't know about you, but lately offenses seem to be hanging in the air for me, like pollen and allergy season. They're just there, and they threaten to overtake me if I'm not careful. I've scrolled through social media and rolled my eyes. I've sucked my teeth at news headlines. I've been appalled by opinions of people who I thought had more of a firm grip on life and on the Bible. But here's my confession. I've gone back for more. I think we sometimes use offenses as building blocks for our own pride. They scratch an itch as we subconsciously gather them up in an effort to feel superior, to feel like we're better, smarter, more aware, hardworking, more generous, more compassionate, more godly. Proverbs 19:11 says, good sense makes one slow to anger, and it is his glory to overlook an offense. The word overlook is actually not as passive as it reads. In Hebrews, it's more like pass over, cross over, like a river, or more appropriately, a landmine. Take note of the care and intentionality that it takes to do this, and take note of the honorable result. Doing it becomes our glory. If you're like me, you might feel like you need an extra measure of God's grace for the fancy footwork that's going to take To sidestep offenses in this season, it's like the offenses of 2020 just hit harder. But I'm given hope by an abundance of scripture on this topic. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And I thought,
it's good.
I've been guilty of that. Sometimes you seek out a person you don't agree with. They've already shown they're pretty consistent. You like, here you go again. You seen this, you seen that. And that's what we do. Like, if you're mad at me now for the jokes I made, you're probably new. Because if you've been following for a long time,
you're consistent.
I'm pretty consistently ridiculous. I'm not a clean comedian. I just don't cuss.
Right.
That, my friend, is a clean comedian wouldn't say, "Hey, shout out to you, God, for that coochie slit."
Yeah,
but I say that coochie slit.
You said it. That's your third time saying it.
People don't be saying coochie titties.
But you just,
coochie and titties. I don't mind it.
So I'm gonna stop you. And what confuses me is that an offense is something done to someone, and I'm like, were they doing something to you?
Yeah.
Were they speaking directly to your WAP? You know, these women, were they, you know what I'm saying? Were they speaking to your, drop? Maybe yours is a dop, and that's why you're offended. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I'd be like, I can understand somebody said I wasn't offended, but I was disgusted. That's two different things.
That's fine.
That is like, this is my opinion on this work.
But here's,
trash.
To your point. Is this new for Megan and Cardi?
No, like, how do you expect anything else from them?
Cardi, I mean, maybe she pushed the envelope the same, but it's not like Cardi's been dressed in burlap.
No, not at all.
Reading children's books, and now she's doing this. Cardi been like this for she was a stripper.
She was
a full-blown stripper.
Her rap persona is derived from her life. She is a woman who's confident about her sexuality. Same thing with Meg. They rap about it. They talk about it. They twerk about it. If you are offended, to go out of your way to watch this video,
come on,
and then be mad about it is like you could have also not watched. That's why it was funny. Somebody said in this podcast from the last episode, they commented, "Y'all spend too much time talking about the first topic."
So
there is a button on your computer. You can scroll. You can fast forward. You can close out.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, Kev, 2 hours. Let's go.
Yeah.
If you don't like a subject,
just
skip it. But what happens
on.
is people often want you to do exactly what they want you to do.
Absolutely.
And there's no, to me, I've seen actually a lot of Christian women on Twitter. Not a lot, but I saw a couple of prominent Christian women, politicians who were like, I'm offended. This is degrading to women, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, this is pretty on brand for Cardi and Meg.
Right.
It just happens to be overload because they're doubling up in one song like that.
Yes. It's on brand, but it's a little further than they usually go, but it's not out of the realm of possibility from these artists.
I was definitely hoping for a PUSSY song from one of them here soon. That's who else is going to talk for it? You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce.
She don't talk about it.
She doing
like
the Mufasa jams.
Yes.
She did rock it. Hilarious. People were lighting her up on Twitter, by the way.
Of course
that
they
was
were.
a fun. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Get yourself.
Can I share something that I thought was funny, but is wildly inappropriate?
If that's what you want to do.
I don't like that answer because now I'm not sure.
You can always share with me.
Okay, let me send it to you, Angel.
Okay.
Do you have headphones?
Of course I don't, Kevin.
You can use these real quick.
I want to share it with the audience, but it's so bad. It was so funny.
But they won't be able to hear. These mics don't pick up nothing. Send it to my phone.
Okay, cool.
I could also mute the mics real quick.
Mute the mics real quick.
Hold on, guys.
Oh, they're about to be so
Mike's back on, y'all.
All right, we back. Hey, guys.
All right. So I couldn't like that video on Twitter. I couldn't retweet it, but I laughed.
can't explain it.
It would go crazy. That video should go crazy.
So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Because this is the bonus.
Right.
This is the bonus. It's up to you guys. Okay, I'm certain someone will be offended at this.
Oh, without a doubt.
This is essentially group chat stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to explain it? What it was?
I want to give them the option for us to share it with them. Okay.
They're gonna say yes.
Well, because they can go. I mean, they can go find it. They can go find it once we explain it.
They're not gonna be able to.
Because
that
think so?
No, not with the current visibility of that tweet. I think if somebody with a decent following retweets that, it goes crazy.
It's gonna go crazy.
But it's also gonna upset. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's gonna create mad division.
You know what? It's one of those. That person. I would say, it's one of those fine line things. I don't think it's all the way over. And
no, I think it was great. That's what I agree.
Yeah.
It's a fine. It's what it is it's a very fine line because it's dealing with something. It's kind of like what Dave Chappelle be doing, dealing with something that's like some people might consider sacred or some people might consider it polarizing.
Jennifer said, you owe me.
She's like,
okay, here's what we're going to do.
What?
I'm going to share it with them.
Okay.
Okay, because this is what
Where are you going to put it?
I'm going to just put it
in the group, in the
comments.
Live chat.
Can I do that? Will it not click?
If you put it in the live chat, it
you should be able to.
Here's what it is. It's Gen Z as slaves is the caption. You're going to have to copy and post.
It's going to get.
No, it worked.
No, I'm just worried about it getting buried.
Oh, listen, it's on them. Y'all be looking. It's coming up.
I ain't putting the link in Patreon.
No,
yeah, it's right there. It's right there.
Not.
Catch it.
That's
Catch
it. Pause the chat. Scroll to pause the chat.
Oh, that's it.
Scroll to pause the chat.
The reason why I feel like it walks a fine line really well is because it's more so instead of making fun of, it's instead of making fun of something as like that we all know to be terrible as slavery, they're commenting on how how Generation Z approaches like things. It's like
that's what the joke is.
Yes,
and that's why. So back in the day, All Def got in trouble about a slavery video.
I was just about to ask, do you feel like that's a more tasteful way to do?
Well, the thing is, this is a smart joke.
Yeah.
Because the joke's not on slaves or the enslaved people.
Right.
The joke is on Gen Z and how they criticize, argue, fight, everything. Right.
But blindly support as well.
Blindly support. Blindly argue.
Yes.
The joke is on if you had that mentality back then, this is what you would look like.
Right.
Right. And that's what was funny because it's really like, y'all, this is how everything is a thing.
Right.
And I laughed so hard this morning. I mean, I was just like, that's great comedy.
Yeah.
Right. It ain't comedy that I could retweet. You ain't finna catch me talking about it. So listen, y'all, we was wolves. This is bonus. If it came out and you found this from me, I'm gonna be like, what? This video's deleted. It never happened. But I felt like I always am for a person. The reason I thought about this is I'm for you as an artist taking that joke attempt.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes you hit it.
Yeah.
Like to me, you hit it. And also comedy is not only is it subjective, there's different types of comedy.
Yes.
There's observational comedy, which is like Jerry Seinfeld, which I recognize his comedic greatness, but his stand-up just isn't.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. I don't want to. I made this joke about because a lot of observational comedians had tried Nate's Room when I was coming up, and they would bomb. And they'd be confused. They're like, "This is killing in white rooms." I was like, "Black people got bills. I'm not finna think like the thing about paper clips.
Right.
They're not made of paper." I'd be like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's so dumb.
I'd be like, bro, I'm not finna think about that. I want to die laughing. Make me die laughing. So I like, some people don't like physical comedians. I love Ernest J. A lot of comics don't like when you use music. But I personally don't care. Yeah. I just want you to make me, now if your whole act is like.
Oh, you don't like whole musical acts?
I don't, well, Lil Duval has a lot of music in his act.
He
What
does.
I don't like is I saw this comedian one time who I had seen be really funny, and he was opening for another comedian. And then I found out later that a lot of comedians, apparently sometimes they minimize their funny if the person they're opening for, if they can be funnier than them.
Yeah.
So in this situation, the guy was definitely fun. He was opening for, I don't want to give too many details,
Okay.
for a person that he was funnier than.
Uh-huh.
And he had opened for me. But I ain't one of those people. I'm like, bro, he was like, how hard can I go? I was like, bro, I know what I could do. Go as hard as you can go. Had a great set. So I'm going expecting to see that set.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, 90 babies like this music. Older generation like this. And he did that for like 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, I know you better than this, right? But then later on, he was like, yeah, your boy was like, bro, don't, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, don't let this stage on fire.
Right?
I still
So
gotta get on there.
exactly,
Yeah.
like, but I don't know how to do that. If you don't, I just don't book me. Because I'm trying to make them remember me.
Right.
So, dang, I forgot what my train of thought was saying.
Comedy is subjective.
A comedy is subjective and it has its arenas, right?
Yeah.
And music too. Like, whether you like that song or not, you're not always going to be in the mood for that music.
Right.
Like, if you're just trying to chill out, you're going to listen to different music. If you want a cookout and you got a different vibe, you might listen to, some days I might just listen to 90s R&B. Like, I love SZA, I love Snow Allegra, but some days I don't want to listen to that. Some days I want to listen to Flo Milli and be like, yeah, man.
Some days I am Waka Flocka. Well, those are a lot of days. But some days I want Mary. You see,
And
I got it.
you want to cry to It's the God in Me.
Yes.
And
always.
that's why I think we need to have that range of allowing people to be that. And you just saying, that's not my comedy.
Yes.
I'm not going to watch it. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And again, going back to the whole thing of offense, because you were like, some people, like generationally, most of the people I'm seeing in the comments were not offended. A lot of people thought it was funny. Some people didn't. And a lot of that.
And also, if you're on Twitter a lot, it probably is funnier to you. And I'm on Twitter a lot. And I see this lingo more. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
But like generational, it's also about what you've experienced in relation to what the topic is.
Yes.
Some things just are not laughing matters to people, regardless of what the joke's attention is on. Just because you bring it up, it removes any room for humor. But that doesn't mean that there's not a whole sector of people who maybe still consider it a serious matter, but their relation to it does not keep them from still being able to appreciate humor that might be put beside it.
Yes.
So, what I'm saying all that to say is that offense, I think people take offense a lot of times when it really it's not something that is speaking to them directly.
Totally agree. Which I forgot to ask you this. This video, the Megan Cardi video, was framed for me because Mel, Melissa's younger sister, sent it. And she was like, as soon as Kylie walked in, I rolled my eyes. Did Kylie walking in?
I rolled my eyes hard. I rolled my eyes all the way to the back of my head, all the way around, and was like, ugh.
I'm with you on that, Angel.
She walked in like she had a hot 16. Then she just went in the door and was gone.
The song stopped. Like, ma'am, relax. You're not the stopping force or stopping power for this song.
I don't know why they did that. I really listen. If they're all friends, great. They're a lot younger than me. All of them. They're all closer to the same age. They're all still in their 20s, so they might all be friends. They're all making money. They're like, let's flex. Some of us got fake booties.
Kylie has fake everything.
Oh my gosh.
She used to look Irish. Now she looks Puerto Rican.
She didn't have nothing.
Yeah. And now she's got all the things: cheeks, lips,
Her
eyes.
lips are not real.
A lot of
Nothing's real.
I mean, and that's not
She
to shame
was
her.
built in a lab. I mean, I'm not shaming her, but she, bro, you can see her younger.
Yeah, I know she looked Irish at one point. If she said she was Irish, I'd be like, yes. And now, if she started speaking Spanish, I'd be like, absolutely, that works too. That works. But yeah, I didn't understand why she was in the video, and I was just like,
the only grace I'm giving her potentially being in the video for is they had a couple guest appearances by people. Somebody in here?
Oh, Normani was in there.
Normani was in there.
I saw
I didn't recognize
Rosalia was
Normani.
in there.
Who was?
Rosalia.
Is that the one in the red with the? Okay, I was trying to figure out who she was. I was like, who is this lady?
And then the girl who popped off on OnlyFans.
Oh, you talking about
that
the
Ruby
thick-
Rose. Yeah.
She was in there?
She was in there.
She had on red too, and part of her face was covered. But there was one other black woman that I could not. She was down in a squat. Big
think
old
that was-
boobies.
That might have been Normani.
No. Normani had on black and white and did the splits
Okay.
at the end. I figured out who most of these people
I
were.
saw the video once, and then I didn't realize who it was too. I recognized some of the faces, but then I saw on Twitter how it kind of broke down who was
Oh,
in
I
it.
didn't see that. I didn't know that.
So
I didn't know
it was-
Normani was in it until
So
later.
yeah, it was a couple cameos in that sense, but like Kylie's was just too much. Like, it
But
was-
also smart marketing maybe because it became a point of engagement. Everybody was talking about that. And there's still juice left in the Kardashian berry of like internet, clout.
but on a T page, I wonder
What's a T page?
when that video was shot, because
right.
it wasn't recent. Because Kylie was hanging around
Meg.
when
That's why
that
they
whole
friends.
shooting thing happened.
Yeah, that's why the
Oh,
police
you're
believe.
right.
They had Mulatto, who's a rapper.
I thought somebody was just saying
Yeah.
mulatto. I was like, dang, man,
From
I thought
the
we didn't say
South.
that.
Let me see.
I thought we
It's
didn't
gonna
say
touch it. I ain't athletic, but this 10 is for the necklace. Yeah, she's good.
You are so ratchet, Angel.
She's good. She's a good treadmill run too
Is she?
song. Oh yeah. But there's still one thick chick that I don't know, and they're not showing her. But anyways, Kylie didn't make any
Sukiyana?
sense.
Is it her?
What'd she look like?
I don't know any of these people.
Sukiyana.
Man, that video probably cost $500,000.
It was very much expensive.
I don't even know how to spell.
Sukihana, there's an H in there.
Oh, Sukihana.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what this is saying.
She has a
Yep,
song
that's who.
called
That's
Pretty
who
and
what?
Ratchet.
Yep,
5
that's
foot
who.
freestyle.
Premium ratchet?
Pretty and Ratchet.
Oh, Pretty and
but
Ratchet.
she has a very notable song called All in Your Throat. So
Okay, we'll get in
open
there.
for interpretation. I don't know her lyrics. She could be a lyricist. I don't know.
Is it about cough syrup or lozenges? Maybe.
I'm
Nah, you know. it's
not in a position to speak on it.
I love that they showcased other female artists. That's the reason why I was very, very like my head was like a dog hearing a whistle when I saw Kylie. I was like, "What's this? Is
There's
she
no
gonna do
men in
something?"
that video, were there?
No,
I didn't see it.
None, I don't think.
which is great. I love that. I love a video with no men and women just get, because you know what? A lot of times people put that on, you only dress that way because
Right.
the attention you want from men. I think they actually like being dressed that way. I think they like showing off their bodies. I think they like their lace fronts in different colors because they like it. Not because, they gonna have dudes,
Yeah.
jangalang to the video. Like
Jangalang.
jangalang
Jangalangin.
jangalang. You know what I'm saying?
This is Zay Zay's Lil Kim.
Yeah.
Oh my. You know what? You get Lil Kim vibes with
Oh,
that
that's-
aesthetic, and especially
they-
like those wide shots, those wide angles.
Yeah, the wigs, that was big Lil Kim energy.
Yeah.
The pink, remember the video where she had pink and purple and red? It was like big Lil Kim.
Jangalang is
Jangalang. I
Um,
try not to be too nasty, but y'all know what I mean.
There was a pastor who was talking about masturbation. He was saying it's okay for men and women. He said, with your husband, your wife, you can jack off, you can jill off. If you're a woman, you can jill off. I was like,
Jack
jill off?
or jill off.
I said, jill off?
Get this Jill out real quick.
But yeah, no, I thought it was. I just wish the
Crush
beat
on
would've
you. That's the Lil Kim video that it looks like.
went. Yeah.
Thank you. Somebody put it in there. I was like, I couldn't think of it. It's big crush on you.
Oh, I know which one.
She had the
you're talking
red wig, the fur.
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't catch your name. Whoever put it in there.
Yeah, Lil Kim started all this. Like
Oh,
she
man.
really started with this big, like, I'm going to wear my sexuality the way I want to, and
Yeah.
you can't tell me if you think it's inappropriate. Okay, I'ma still do it.
Yeah.
You can think it all you want.
That's how I'm feeling about life.
That's why you should. What they say, your opinion,
That's
other people's
life.
opinion about you ain't none of your business.
It's none of my business.
Ain't
That's
none of
your responsibility.
Big poom poom
Yeah.
energy.
Big poom poom. Big leap energy.
I loved it.
All right.
What we talking about?
Black
Yes.
Messiah. Judas and the Black Messiah trailer.
Yes.
Daniel Kaluuya. Angel, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Because I was very happy.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a monster. Daniel Kaluuya, I got to interview him.
Did you?
I did. I interviewed all the winners from the NAACP Image Awards a couple of years ago for the NAACP. And he is a strange bird. Okay.
Really?
Yes. He is a strange bird. Like sometimes it feels like he doesn't know where he wants to put his energy at.
No way.
Very nice. Now, that's not to say he's nice, but like he's not just like, oh, we're going to sit down and have a conversation. It was like his energy was just so different, but sweetheart. Anytime I meet somebody that is that like strange, I typically know they're talented. Like,
really?
Like I know, oh, you got a whole nother level of talent. Like you are able to go into different corners of your mind that people don't even realize they have, like, and find something there. So I know, even like listening in the trailer, like how he transformed his voice. It wasn't just a dialect. He created an actual voice.
Fred Hampton. That's what the movie's about.
Boom.
That's Fred Hampton.
And then what's that other baby's name?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, Lakeith. I think, is it Lakeith or Lakeith?
Keith.
Okay, I was about to say, I didn't think it's an S. When did that happen? When did you get a lisp?
I've been had a lisp.
I feel like I never really noticed it.
A lot of
people
like
don't. This year in 2020, it said, "Hey guys."
It's always been there.
I feel like
it's
that
just
was
not
the,
prominent.
I feel
if
like
I'm
that was
tired,
just the El Paso Seattle hybrid of the crossover. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't mean to call it out, but I did hear you mention
that big lisp, big tongue energy.
It happens sometimes. But Lakeith, we all know he's super talented.
He is really good.
And this is great to see. I mean, this is their second time working together. They were in Get Out together.
Oh,
and
they were. I didn't think about that because Lakeith wasn't in that long.
No, he just.
But that
was
scene where
guy.
he went to shake his head,
it was great.
He was like,
yeah, but it was like amazing. That like one. That's when you know somebody's talented, when they have just a moment and they seize that moment like nobody's business. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think I am a little bit tired of biopics when it comes to black people, because I feel like that's all people put money into. It's like it's gotta be about somebody who got shot. That's the only way we could get people into the theater. And I'll be like, can we have,
you know what? I have
else?
a theory on that. Let me tell you in two parts. Well, I'll tell you my theory, and then I want to get back to the British invasion. What I think happens is, so Viola Davis says she regrets doing The Help, right? But it put her on the map in a bigger way.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana says she regrets doing Nina Simone. That didn't help her out anyway, but I'm glad she
never did it.
She should have never done it, right?
We never even got to talk about that on the docket, but continue.
I know. It got pushed down.
Yeah.
But since we're here, what I think happens is Daniel Kaluuya, you take these roles that are great for you and it puts you in the limelight, and then it allows you to make the stuff you want to make.
Yeah.
So Michael B. Jordan, he played Oscar Grant. He got shot. That put him in position to play Killmonger, Black Panther, which isn't, anything like that. But now he gets to make Raising Dion. He produces Raising Dion for Netflix.
Yeah.
So I think when you're black, a lot of times but you take these roles of these things because this is what Hollywood will allow you.
Yeah.
And then you take the money from that and you make the stories that you want to make, which aren't about this, slaves and Fred Hampton's death and this and that. And I think that's the takeaway from that stuff. But I agree. The Lucas brothers, who are comedians, wrote this movie.
Wow.
Yes, they were in Tony's comments, and I was like, maybe I'm reading this because somebody was in Tony's comments when he posted and was like, I bet there's a white savior in this, and they were like, there's no white savior in this. The reason I'm glad this is made, I want more people to be aware of what the Black Panther Party really represented and what the United States government did to destroy it.
Yeah.
Because the Black Panther Party, they started to protect black people from police brutality.
They were policing the police.
They were policing the police. They were giving breakfast to the kids. They were a community organization. The government was like, oh no, Same COINTELPRO type idea that they used against Martin Luther King. They used to sow dissent into the Black Panther Party, and they just straight up killed Fred Hampton. Right. I didn't even know Lakeith Stanfield's part of the role of story. I don't know. So I'm not going to make the Hamilton mistake and take the movie and be like, this is the truth. But what happens is people know about these stories, and you can go read the actual accounts and know what really happened, because Hollywood is going to dramatize some stuff and make it, blah, blah, blah. But people need to know this is why black people have a mistrust of the police. It's not just recent. There's a long time history of police mistreating black people. It's not recent. We be like, I don't know about you, bruh. So,
Kev, you're so sweet.
Why?
Because this information was already out here before this movie.
Yeah, but people
this is
don't want to read.
White people don't need a whole IEP.
I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about us.
We don't need it either. We do not need a whole individualized educational plan movie.
We do, though.
No, we could just do the research.
Not, so.
And a lot of people, the thing is, a lot of people still won't after this movie. It'll be what it is.
That's
and
true.
yeah, when Lakeith told the people the thing, that's what the thing is. Like,
but when they see us, right, the story of the Central Park 5,
yes,
we were babies when that happened. We didn't go out of our way to research that. I had heard that story vaguely, but when I watched that, I learned. This is the same thing. Fred Hampton,
I'm not saying that edutainment is not important.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
What you're saying?
What I'm saying is using that as a crutch to be what we have made so that we can open people's eyes. Like, there are other ways to learn this stuff. There is not just we have to wait for Hollywood to greenlight a movie for us.
Well,
to
how
be able,
else do you think? The fair point. I see your point. But how else do you think the masses? Or
I have an answer.
Okay.
We restructure the educational system.
Oh, girl.
But I'm saying go to the root. We over here putting a Band-Aid on a symptom. Go to the root.
You're putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole.
Come on.
Of a shotgun, a slug.
I'm saying go to the root and start actually teaching American history from the total spectrum of the fact that it ain't just white people here. There were black folk here, and white folk did some things to black folk. And everybody, instead of waiting until we are adult people learning these things and we have to wait until a star does it, and then it's painted for ticket sales. It's not painted for truth.
And it's usually produced by white people, so they don't even make themselves as bad. However, I agree with that. I don't think that is likely to happen in the American educational system. I don't think there's a way on planet Earth that Fred Hampton's story is told correctly by white teachers to white kids.
The fact that there's even a movement of defunding the police, I believe that anything is possible. Hell, Trump, listen, there were a lot of people who said there's no way in the world that someone like Donald Trump would be in office. So if this orange white man can believe past all doubt that he could get into the office, I feel like I can believe beyond any type of reason that this country has ever given me that we can. And if that's, we as black people have to starting our own schools so that history is taught correctly, then that might be what it has to be. But I do feel as though we while yes, the stories do need to be told 100%, and there is some benefit to edutainment is what I call it. But I think we use it as a crutch, and people get so excited, like, oh, I never knew. Instead of questioning it, and where I feel like the question should be is, why didn't you know? Like, who has been hiding this from you? And what else don't you know? Because I know there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. You
don't know what you don't know until you know that you don't know it.
But I do believe that it is very important. That's why my son is in so many goddamn black activities. I know he's like,
does your son know about Fred Hampton?
Does he know? He knows about the Black Panthers and what they stood for. Does he know about that specific name? He actually might.
Really?
He actually, like, let me tell you, my son knows the Egyptian or the African, I don't know which country, it would have to be Egyptian, god of math. Like, he knows
what you're talking.
He's in a cultural-based algebra camp where they teach.
Does he go to a black school?
No. Up here in the valley.
They teaching him that?
Not in his school. I put him in that during the summer, and it is a black math camp that teaches math from our history.
You went out of your way.
Absolutely. Because we out here in California where black people, unless you live where all black people are in the valley, we spread out. Yeah. And I don't want him to get confused about who he is, what his people have gone through, and where they have came from. So I purposefully am constantly tossing him, because I know my knowledge is only so far, but I know people who know maybe things that I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm excited to see the movie regardless, because they're talented people. Let me just say, I love a good talented person. I know we're going to talk about the British invasion. I already knew that was going to happen. I was like, they going to put somebody. That's just what they going to do.
Okay, but before you say it.
Oh, gosh.
This is an interesting thought somebody in the Patreon said.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
Yes.
Because I hadn't thought about it like this. And I thought maybe this is kind of what Angel was saying in a way. I mean, along the line. So let me see if I can find the comment, because I thought it was really...
And Jordan, while you're looking for it, Jordan, like I said, I get what you're saying. That's why I'm saying there is a purpose for edutainment. He said he's a history teacher, and sometimes the films help. I completely get it. I just think sometimes we don't look at the root of why we're all walking around here not knowing stuff.
Right. I agree with wholeheartedly.
Kev looking for something. I know he do got. I think he slings drugs, as many phones as he has. Look, and then all he could do is halfway grin. He over here selling something, y'all. Yeah, my son is in a lot more comments
before than I realized.
My son is in a mentorship program that's for only black boys. This year, their focus is the medical field. So each month they meet a different black doctor in a different field.
Really?
Yes. I'm building kings, sir. They gonna know something. Now, I don't know how they gonna do in school, but they gonna know something about themselves. They gonna feel real confident in whatever grades they make in school.
Man, I meant to comment. I should have screenshot this. And they was chopping it up on here.
They've been talking. What was it? What was the thing?
Basically, what the person was saying, and I wanted to quote them verbatim. Maybe they're watching. They said, I think the issue with the British invasion is that British actors come to America because they don't have the opportunities in the UK.
Absolutely.
So they come to America and get these opportunities, right? But black actors in America, they have nowhere else to go.
Absolutely.
So just by them coming and getting these opportunities, it means less are available for them. And African American actors can't go to the UK and, get those roles.
Absolutely not. No, we can't.
Because the British people can't even get them.
Yeah.
And they were saying that's probably part of the reason why there's some angst from the American actors.
I mean, none of us gonna lie and say that these people aren't hella talented, but but I think sometimes it feels as though those actors that are here, that are from here, are looked at as less talented, and that is
that I get.
That is the thing. That's what I feel like causes the I don't want to say it's a crab in a barrel type of thing, but definitely feeling some type of way.
Animosity?
Yeah, just a
I think so. When we were watching that Spike Lee, did you watch that Spike Lee thing?
Which Spike Lee thing?
The movies that made us or something like that?
I didn't think it was him. It was a British dude that did it.
You right.
Yeah.
It absolutely was.
They talked about Spike Lee.
That's what happened. And he was saying more British actors are fully trained before they start auditioning. He said a lot of Americans are like, I could probably act. Let me go do that. Now, you being a trained actress, I can see that.
Right.
Because the British people are not, obviously they're not more talented than you, and they're not more trained than you, but they probably are more trained than somebody who just went and got off the street.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people who just come out here off of their looks, which we had talked about before, but I do know I am not the only one that got an MFA in acting.
Oh, for sure.
There are tons of us out here that take it seriously, that can do William Shakespeare and understand it and actually do it correctly.
Ooh, understand it?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it when I did it. I was just a slave boy.
It took me a while. It took grad school for me. I was just like, this is before I knew I had dyslexia. And then I was like,
you dyslexic?
Everybody in my household.
Really?
Everybody everybody in my household, including myself. That's why I had to really think about that who thing. I was like, wait a minute. Did I switch it around? Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. So, yeah, it took me. But once I got into grad school and really got a chance to, like, chew on it, I was like, oh, okay. I bet. Let's do this. So, no, Daniel is amazing, hands down. I don't know of who I would have wanted in his place well known as an actor, that I would have wanted to see it do it other than him. So I'm not even mad about him being cast as it. But I am a little bit like, I'm done with biopics.
I get it. And that's why I'm so excited about what we're building here. And there's just so many more stories to tell. Hollywood is a business, and I think we want it to be fair, and business is not fair.
It's not.
Hollywood is not designed to tell great stories. Hollywood is designed to make money with movies. That's why when they find action films and they're like, cool, y'all like comic books? We will make every single one until they don't make money anymore.
Right.
Beautiful women as actresses, you prefer a person be pretty than talented? Okay, if that's what sells more tickets, they're not going to go. Like, an ugly man can have a great career in Hollywood. A non-traditionally attractive woman almost always has to be funny.
She has to be, she has to be something.
You're not going to get cast as a romantic lead, even though people marry ugly people every day.
But I will say this, that some of these Hollywood executives do not know what they're talking about. When they talk about middle America, like, I remember testing for a pilot when I first got out here.
What you talking?
And it was me and an Asian girl. And this pilot took place in Detroit. And they went with the Asian girl. And I said, wait a minute. Are we talking about Detroit? Or are we talking about San Francisco? Are we talking about Los Angeles?
Detroit, United States of America?
Detroit, Michigan.
The Motor City?
It's not that I didn't get it. If they would have went with something that made sense.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's no Asian people in Detroit, but a story from Detroit and you're a person of color. You got two options for the person, because one of us was going to play the person of color. Right. Everybody else was white. You go with Asian. I was like, what? I mean, that's why I didn't get picked up. But I'm like, a lot of times these executives go for what they think they know, because there are more and more shows where the woman is not aesthetically what we have deemed as very attractive becoming successful, where people are just like, yeah, all right, we'll take it. Yeah. Like, we don't always have to be turned on because of the sensualness of the person. We can just want to see their journey.
Fleabag. Have you seen that?
Loved it.
Fleabag was amazing.
She wrote that whole thing by herself.
Yeah, I've heard.
That's crazy. How does she say? Michaela Cole. I'm like,
that been pushed down on the docket for so many times.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you what. You brought it up.
Come on.
I ain't gonna hold you because I gotta shoot Keon's thing at 2:00.
Go ahead.
Michaela Cole wrote "I May Destroy You," and I've been like wanting to watch it, but I've been waiting so I can watch it all. This girl turned down $1 million cold hard cash because Netflix was asking for ownership rights. And there's a great story in Vulture about it. But essentially she was like, no, I wrote this whole thing. Why do you guys get to participate in the back end? And I don't.
Right.
If you're going to give me $1 million cash, then you think you're going to make more than $1 million cash.
Come on.
You ain't never going to give me what you think it's worth.
Yeah.
Right? Two things I want to say about that. This is the bonus. We can be a little more honest with our friends. The comedy show. Oh, we've got suitors.
Of course.
Oh, Kev.
All of a sudden?
Can I buy in?
Of course.
Buy in?
What?
Well, why would I do that?
I'm sorry. Did you guys see a for sale sign in the window?
I did not
remember
need
putting
it.
that there.
No, it's not listed. I could make, what we could do.
What we could do.
Because what we have done already without you.
Oh.
Why do I need you? Who said that?
Yeah.
Who said that? So I'm going to tell you what light switch flipped over in my head over these therapy, man.
Amen.
Therapy. Oh, yeah. I've been low-key seething with anger at Hollywood. Y'all
really?
keep telling me I'm not good enough.
Oh.
I auditioned for stuff. I don't get it.
Nah, you got Spectrum.
Oh, yeah. It's not Hollywood, though.
That's fair.
I was a fan.
That's fair.
Kev on Stage fan pitched me for that.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how I get my stuff. Kev on Stage fan. The dude who wrote the commercial was like, this is who I have in mind. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
And I got it. Then I'm pitching stuff to Hollywood. I'm pitching black stories to old white men. And they're like, I don't get it. Will middle America get it? You know what I realized? It's not for them.
Yeah.
It's for our people. And now I'm like, because of Patreon, I'm like, you know what? How about this? I'm not going to even pitch it to you no more. I'm going to go and make this stuff. And then when it's made and you want to come, oh, it's a nice shiny thing you got there. Yes. And it's going to stay there. Unless you want to pay an inexorbitant fee to license it.
License. Come on. That's
We're
the
not
word.
going to be sharing in the creative ownership of
Ain't
things.
no back end of nothing, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I'll license the same way The Office is licensed to Netflix. We'll license some stuff.
Absolutely.
But now I'm like, Kev, you've had it all wrong. You've been trying to get in when you are in.
Yeah.
I'm in with the audience is here.
You
What am I
built your
trying to,
audience.
Why am I trying to convince you when these people already say, Kev, look at me.
Yeah.
It's like the negative comments. So now, because I was talking to my agent, and he was like, you trying to go on the road? And I was like, the road?
Why do I need to do
My
that?
family.
It's not safe. I got the comedy club, virtual comedy club. I'd rather build that. In my business mind, I always want to be the first person to the next thing, not the best guy with the old thing. Coronavirus has said comedy clubs, well, let's try to way to get the most people safely. No. You worried about getting everybody in Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm worried about how do I get someone in London, Nashville, and Alaska at the same time. Forget come. You guys aren't thinking forward.
And you're there.
I'm not there. And now that we've done the first black people to do a show like that, everybody else is either copying us, which
Absolutely.
have at it, but you can't. You can sell drugs, but only one person has Blue Magic. Now you want the pure uncut? You gotta holler at me.
You gotta have.
You want to have that stuff that's stepped on, baking soda, this wholesale cocaine. I'm selling jokes like drugs. Now you can come get with me. You know, so I'm gonna share something I shouldn't even share.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay,
Don't worry.
On the record.
On the record. Trim this part out.
I can mute the mics again.
Don't
get
mute the
mad.
mics.
No, he's in.
Let's just put it like this. People have tried to go and do what I've done with my connects without me.
Oh.
They don't know. My connect is like, oh no, they sent them right back to me.
This is that raw.
I
We
feel
got
like
that
Thanos.
raw.
Remember Thanos' line?
I am
Oh,
inevitable.
hold on, Josh.
They
We
tried
got to
do
hear.
it. They did
Run
not
back.
say
We'll
no
get
thing. They did not say no thing.
We'll get flagged by Disney.
This
Oh,
is
well.
what happened. This is what happened.
Not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Woo!
As long as there are those.
Did
I'm-
they call you, Cam?
Oh, they ain't called yet.
Oh, but you waiting on
You
it.
can't call. Because guess what? We already talked. I already told you what's what. You, see, you don't ask daddy.
Oh.
You already talked to mama.
You don't have to call.
You went and tried to go and talk to
okay,
mama.
boy.
Mama said, come talk back to daddy. You can't ask daddy twice.
You can't.
And I'm telling you, when I become the businessman that I've always been destined to be, the last piece was therapy.
That was that last stone.
The therapy stone. I had the confidence. I've had the
I'm gonna get you
acumen.
a gauntlet. just to
Get
have
me a
in the
gauntlet.
office.
The therapy stone. When Thanos put the last one, he was like, "Rah!"
Is that you?
That was me leaving therapy. Because what therapy made me realize, I could deal with the stuff I saw. I knew I had issues with my dad. I knew I had middle child syndrome. I knew I had this. It's the issues I never even would have. If I didn't go to therapy, I would have died at a ripe old age, never realizing why I was doing certain things. It took a professional to be like, oh, no, this is why you do this.
Yeah.
And it took a professional to be like, she said, She said, "You're a shrewd businessman." Sometimes you got to lean into that. I was like,
you said that you said I can't.
oh, I've never thought of it because a good Christian man.
Right, you thought of it as a negative.
I thought
As
of it
a nice guy.
negative.
Yeah.
As a nice guy.
can't.
And she's like, nah, in this business, sometime, because guess what? Everybody else out there is like that.
Yeah.
So if you're not, they're going to always take advantage of you because you don't want to be, as God is my witness. Even God was about that business. He said, you buried that talent in the ground, boy, you supposed to make that money. What you talking? I ain't finna bury that. I gave you 10. I'm trying to see 100.
Yeah.
If I only give you 1, I'm trying to see 10. You talking about, let me just hold it in here and bless it. Bless
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, come on, talk about it, Kev.
I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to let it go.
I'm here for it.
My brother, I was talking to my brother, who's also a very astute businessman. He said, you remember how we were talking about in 2019, 2020 is the year of vision, right? Hindsight, clear. He was like, 2020 was the year of vision, but it was for clarity, right? All those people we thought was for us, all them race relations and stuff, it brought some things into focus.
Yeah.
All these people that you thought were your friends,
Yeah.
high school friends who you didn't realize were racist, all this stuff brought clarity of focus, which is 2020 vision.
And
Yeah.
sometimes God shows us things not the way we envision
Oh!
ourselves.
Aha.
He'll throw that curveball, and we see it in other ways, though.
Listen, the therapy brought in clarity, vision, focus. When you take glasses test, I don't know if you ever got your vision test tested.
Kev, you remember we talked about LASIK. I've had LASIK because I was blind as a bat.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You remember before they do 1 and 2,
click,
and
yeah.
one is blurry, and then 1 or 2, and that's therapy is click, 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 click.
Is it clear now?
It's just getting better and better.
How long you been in therapy, Kev?
I ain't even been but a couple months.
Oh, see, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get.
You got to get in there,
It's
Angel.
never too
I
late.
do. I said in 2019 I was gonna find a therapist.
Angel, I'm gonna tell you where to go.
You can use coupon
Therapy for Black girls.
I am following them on Instagram, but I have not gone.
Go to their
them.
website. It'll tell you the Black women therapists, Black men therapists
Mm-hmm.
in this area. I need all my people clarity of focus.
Yeah.
Because where we're going,
Mm-hmm.
we need you to have all. Now my weaknesses are identified and my strengths are identified.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know when I'm operating this and that, I can call it out. Oh, this is where you're enabling. This is where you're being weak. This is where you're doing this. You're doing this because of your dad. You're doing this because you're this. And now I know when to tap in. It's like I told you a couple of times when Melissa was like, sometimes I need you to take over.
Yeah.
So now it's like a basketball player. I gotta, you can shoot threes, but now I gotta work on my dribbling. Now I gotta work in the post. Now I gotta get stronger to do this. So therapy was me realizing all my weak areas and identifying them.
Yeah.
And now and then reading that book. And it's not just for business. It's for me as a person, a father, a husband. Like I'm a better person overall, and all my relationships benefit.
Yeah.
Because I'm better overall. Right. I saw one last thing. And I'll let y'all
Just
go.
stop lying. Just go to the next thing.
This is
You
your episode.
sound
Go
like
ahead.
a preacher. Just one last
I'm
thing.
finna
5
close.
times.
I saw this interesting tweet because a lot of people have been buying plants during Corona. And somebody said this
got
girl
some
had
plants.
tweeted, huh?
I got some plans.
Did you get some?
I got like 4.
This
Ain't
is
no
this is
wrong with it.
unrelated to anything I was saying.
Okay, I thought I'm about to get.
She was saying that you have to give situations what they need. She said there's no reward for giving a plant more water. If you give it too much water, you actually hurt
Drown
it.
it. Mhm.
So you need to give situations exactly what they need, nothing more, nothing less. And
Yeah.
I thought that is so true because I have an enabling spirit in me. Not spirit, but tendency to enable based on it all goes back to trauma in your childhood. It all points back to that.
Do you when you say enable? Is it no? Go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
So, okay, one funny tweet about plants. It was like, somebody said, you call yourself a plant mom, you done killed 7 out of 10. Pack it up, Casey Anthony.
Oh
no.
my God.
Oh no!
You are not well. Dang it. The joke messed me up.
Enabling spirit. You notice weaknesses.
Back to your childhood.
Plants.
Touching on the
Why were we
childhood, 'cause I
talking
know we're
about
blazing
plants?
over
Give
that.
give situations what they need. A plant only needs certain amount of water. You don't get anything from. Oh, God dang it, Kevin.
The point is, therapy is great.
You're
I'm
getting
so
everybody.
mad.
You want everybody around you to have that clarity.
Everybody
Missing
got. That's
pieces.
why you got to read The Big Leap. I've literally told all my close friends about. I don't expect everybody to read it, but I expect everybody to read
I'm
it.
reading it.
Because when I move forward, I'm going to need you to identify your upper limit problems because we're moving forward in the doggone fullness of our glory and all that we designed for ourselves, all that God wants from me and for you and for you, Josh, and Melissa. It's going to be hard to be around me when I'm operating on all cylinders, right? Because you're going to be like, this dude Kev is on it. I'm telling you, what I come up with next, y'all going to be like, okay, Kevin Allen Fredericks.
Is that, I've been calling you Dwayne in my head.
In my middle name?
Kevin Dwayne Fredericks.
Dwayne fits.
D-E apostrophe Wayne?
Yeah.
I'm going to murder the world. I'm talking 100 million. I'm going to just say it right now.
Uh-huh. I can believe it.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
I can believe it.
Hundreds of millions.
I can believe it.
And all my people eat. I told my brother today, I'm not the only one that's going to live in the gated community. I'm
like,
trying to bring everybody in.
Come on, Kev.
I want a little Mini Cooper in there. I want a ridiculously large SUV.
They put my name on the little parking pass. I was like, man,
I was already when y'all looked. I
Everybody.
was already looking up there before I knew y'all were. I was like, oh, y'all were up here too. Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
coming. Come through. Come walk down the street.
You're trying to go to the second gate that they have back there too, man.
Yeah, there's
that's
another
the
one.
Exclusive joint.
I told Melissa, we're here. Okay. I want that one up there.
There you go.
Not only overlooking the golf course, overlooking the rest of the neighborhood.
And there's a gate to get in
I
there,
want
and then
to
there's
look-
another gate to get up there.
Yeah.
There's tiers to the gateness.
Josh. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you understand.
Bruh, I'm like, and I'm 37.
It's not far, Kev.
And I might have to go out of this neighborhood, go get my little piece baby house. But when I come back,
you're going to remember your name.
I'm paying for my house in cash.
Come on.
That's my next. I'm paying for not the next house, but the next house.
Next.
I'm paying for that house in cash. Don't at me. I'm not going through banks no more, bro. We don't need them.
We don't need loans.
Banks.
Loan for what?
Bruh, cash me out.
I got it here.
God
Cash me out.
to be the
60-day
lender,
escrow.
I'm about to.
Does this gate have a security guard 24/7? Girl, what are we, poor?
Ain't no remotes.
Of course there's a gate 24/7. There's a human at the gate.
That's a doorman, but for the gate.
Come on, man.
I'm here for it.
We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you on Tuesday. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And goodbye.